Welcome to 1359. Here we are with our family tree. In our last one, we did finally lose Milo, though Dorothea is going to survive for another 9 years. We have Nicole officially becoming our heir. We had Hector marry Agnes, and they are currently pregnant. And what else? I think that's it. I mean, we aged up some other people, but I think we're in good shape. We have a little baby way over here. But honestly, if we do something to move her, so if we move her to another part of the tree, then our tree won't expand sideways this way anymore. We'll just go down here. Could be a good option for us, just something to think about. Anyway, in 13, we also had 2 babies die last time, so whoops. But here, we actually have 2 marriages. Well, we have 3 Sims that have to get married, but I decided I'll marry Harry and Estrid to each other. That'll be, a good thing. Estrid, I actually don't remember. Here's Estrid. Yeah, she was living in the orphanage, but she has some pretty good parentage. She is a Bennett, so it's okay for her to marry a kind of middle class family like the Walters. Here we go. Did I not update Harry's picture? Whoops. I'm gonna have to do that. But yes, we'll have her marry him. And then we also need to get one more Sim married. Where is she? She is Mabel Harlow. So here she is. She needs to get married, and unfortunately, all of the people she's eligible to marry are related to her because she's a Harlow. She is the sister of the Lord, so she's not marrying one of our peasant Sims. So I did make her a new wealthy husband that she can marry. So we'll do that as well. And we have 2 birthdays, and that's really it for this year. So we'll be doing a lot of weddings this year. But birthdays wise, 2, 6, 11, 13, 14. Marguerite could only have one more kid anyway. Let's see what happens. Okay, she did survive. So Marguerite, you survived to continue your affair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Marguerite Bennett. There we go. And then we have Robert Bennett, who, didn't we just see him in the tree? Oh, wait, isn't he? No, that's Roger. Here he is. Robert is actually Marguerite's husband? No. No, that's impossible. Because Robert was still a teenager, wasn't he? Wait a second. Something's wrong here. Robert was born in 1336. He's only 3 years older than Marguerite. So why is he listed here? Was that his father? Hold on. His father died in the plague. Maybe I forgot to remove his name from here. But did I? Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so confused. Even I can't keep track of everything. Where is... Wait, Robert Bennett. No, that's not our Robert. Let me go all the way down. Marguerite was added here. Robert was here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He should have become a young adult. Um, oops. We messed this up somehow. Little Robert, how old are you? 1336, 46, 56. He is 23. He's 23. So he's 3 years past when we should have aged him up. Dang it. Okay, well, let's roll for him, I guess. 7. Okay, well, he survived. So let's just go to Marguerite. Wait, did I just put her under the wrong? I'm just a mess here. Marguerite Bennett. And then I'll just go up 1, 2, 3 and put Robert Bennett here. Whew. Well, luckily nothing actually changed. Oops. Okay, well, let me, so that's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. There's no other birthday today. We're good. Let's hop into the game. All right, this is our first year without Milo. So here we are. Everyone is still pretty sad about his death. They're still reeling from it. It's definitely a big void in their lives, but you know, time moves on. So here we are. I am just going to get the daily chores done. We're going to continue to try and expand our dragon fruit area. And then, but it looks like dragon fruit are only in the fall, which actually will make it much harder for us to do this. Maybe we'll have to bring like a plant inside or something. I don't really know, just because we are not going to be able to make a ton of money only one season in the year. But we'll see what happens. And we are going to do the weddings first, actually, because there are holidays at the end of the year. So I want to get this stuff done at the beginning of the year when there's not really anything going on. So that's what we're going to do. So here we go with Estrid and Harry. And we're just going to change her up a little bit. She is moving up in the world. She is definitely got a bit of a, you know, societal class bump. So we're just changing her hair to be a little fancier. These were the clothes that she got in the orphanage. So we're just making them a little nicer, giving her a better outfit. But again, the Walter family is kind of like, they're up there, but they're not considered upper class. Like, they're definitely rich, but um, you know, they're not a very big family. They're not an established family. They're not the lord of anything. Like the Harlows and the Bennets were both lords, but the Walters are just like a, you know, a well established family, like a good family in the area. So anyway, here is them. I'm just taking his picture because I need to update that right here. There we go. I think they'll make very cute kids. And then we also have to head to the house and get them in a relationship, which they are currently not. So let's just cheat that up, and then we'll get them pregnant, and then we'll head over to the next household after this. So here we go. And we are just going to add them in. For some reason, I think, yeah, I was missing something in that spreadsheet, but we're fine now. Let's get them woohooing, and then we will add them to the spreadsheet, and then we'll head on over to our second couple. So our second couple is a new person. I'm just removing them because they're not going to get remarried. The second couple is actually an Italian man, and his name is Benchi Tromboli. I don't know. I googled Trimboli. I think I might have spelled their name wrong somewhere else. Trimboli. I don't know. Anyway, they're going to take the color green, so we're just going to give her a quick makeover, and then we'll be able to add them in. Again, she is the sister of the current Lord Harlow, so you know, we don't want anything going on there that's a problem. We don't want to mess anything up for them. They are definitely going to continue to marry rich, so that is why we found an outside person for them to be with. I don't know how to spell their name. I'm just like looking to see if I've spelled it wrong in other places. I don't even know if I spelled her name wrong on her thing. Anyway, we're getting them together. Everything's fine. Everything is good. They are good. And then we will just get them pregnant, and then we'll update everything. And then, oh, they're freezing to death. Everything's fine. Anyway, and then we'll get their portraits done. And honestly, I'm just going to do all of that off camera because my computer, something happened and I got like the cover screen where like a pop-up is supposed to happen in the back turns dark, but the pop-up never came up, and then we got stuck, and then I had to close out the game and blah blah blah. So, but we didn't lose any progress, which was good. But we will just skip to back home. So we're not going to actually do the portraits together, but let's just update the spreadsheet here. We're a good place. Everybody's getting married. Finally, we're able to remove some of those names from that left column there. And then we are just going to add some new rows here. I don't know why I forgot to add Morris's row there, but probably because he's not going to have any kids. But still, he deserves to be listed with his wife. So we're just going to list them there. And there we go. So I also, both of their names are Estrid. I don't know how that happened. Both brothers married an Estrid. Anyway, so we also got a notification that Agnes has had the baby. Her and Hector are having the baby. And so we're just going to update this really quick with Benchy. And then we're going to roll for Agnes and Hector's birth. So here we go on that. And unfortunately, she died in childbirth. They just got married. This is their first kid. And the kid survived, but she just died in childbirth. They're supposed to have 12 kids. They got one, and it might live. And I'm just like, I cannot believe that that happened. I had plans. I had plans for you, Agnes, because she was a villainous Valentine. So I was going to destroy your relationship, and it was going to be great, except you died in childbirth with your very first baby. I'm mad. Anyway, we're back home now. We skipped the portrait thing, and I don't know why you're upset because I don't see any trash, but you know, you might. Maybe it's because it's in her inventory. She like left dirty dishes in her inventory. I feel like my Sims are always doing that. But anyway, so we are just going to have everybody take care of everything. It is now Saturday, and Saturday we don't actually have any holidays yet. We have holidays um, Sunday and Monday, but we are going to do our chores. And then I was thinking maybe we could get Nicole out of the house, maybe tomorrow, to actually start meeting with the Sim who I am hoping to marry him to. And I am hoping to marry him to Joan Bennett. If you remember, Joan is um, one of the Bennetts from Italy, and her entire family is dead. So she ended up at the orphanage, and yeah, so her whole family died, and she ended up at the orphanage. She is a very, very distant relative. She's like branched off immediately in the first generation. So we're in generation 4 with Nicole. So they are not related pretty much at all. I mean, maybe they're like fourth cousins or something. I don't really know how that works. But anyway, so I'm thinking about marrying him to her because she is the only lady that is in our price range. I mean, she's an orphan. She lives at the orphanage. She has no family. Her family was in Italy. She doesn't really have much, um, standing, unlike some of the other Bennetts in the world, because her family had left in generation 2. Her family left for Italy. So that's what happened. And she doesn't really have a lot of connections. So she is a peasant. And so she is right up our alley. We can totally marry her. Some of those other women that were available for marriage, like Mabel Harlow, like the sister of the current lord, is not going to marry this farmer. We just know it. So it was hard to find someone in our family tree that we could use. I do try and use the Sims that we've created first for marriages and stuff. And then only if I have to, I'll create new Sims, just because it is a lot to keep track of, and I don't want to keep our family tree getting too big. I would like it still to be manageable. So we are choosing Sims that are already existing in our world first, and if we cannot find one that we're not related to and that is, suitable for us, we will create a new one. But we did find someone. Hopefully, it works out. But we're going to meet her tomorrow and see if we can't get her to see if she has any compatibility with Nicole. So that would be good if they got along, unlike Agnes and Hector. And honestly, I mean, Agnes and Hector were not a good relationship, so I feel like maybe it's makes sense that she died, which is like horrible to say, but it's not like the love of his life died. But she is the mother of his child, and he was supposed to have 12 kids. I don't really feel like remarrying him right now. Maybe we will in the future. Like maybe if maybe if we have a widow or a sim that needs a husband, he can be available. But I'm not really having plans for him to quickly get married and continue to try to have 12 children when we also still have 3 other siblings. So I'm not really worried about that. We'll see what happens, but that's not what's happening right now. Anyway, here we go, just getting everyone ready again for the next day. And then we'll just do that, clean up. And now today is new skill day. Of course, it wasn't really loading for me until I changed lots for some reason. That was kind of weird. But we're just going to get our chores done, and then we'll have Nicole head into town and we'll see what happens there. So let's just get all this done. It is pretty nice to have enough Sims in our house to um, get all these chores done. At the same time, it does also feel like a lot of Sims to deal with. And part of me is like, oh, I wish my siblings were older so we could just send them away. But also, I kind of floated the idea in my mind to have Dorothea remarry and like move away because she's not really part of. But I don't. She's like not part of our lineage. But at the same time, yeah, that just wouldn't work because she she 3 of her kids are still living here. She's not just going to up and leave, so I guess that wouldn't work. Anyway, let's head into town. We'll say that no, Milo's gone. Hmm. We're going to say that Nicole is heading into town to do some bartering for some of the things that they've grown and to see if the stalls, like the grocery stalls there, have anything that could be useful to him at the farm. So that's where we're going, and here we are, and I'm just gonna kind of make it so that Joan shows up in the area. I mean, it's totally natural. That's exactly what happened. Nicole is just running errands in town, and it just happened. I mean, the orphanage is right there, and she lives at the orphanage. It's like literally right there in this area. So it just so happens that they run into each other, and he's probably met her before because we visited the orphanage. Remember that time we visited the orphanage? So I'm just saying he probably knows her. There are no dragon fruits here, which is a shame because we would have gotten 25% off. But anyway, so here we are. We're just going to sell some of our stuff, and then we're going to be like, oh, hey, Joan, how's it going? And then I did notice that I didn't realize I gave her a fancy hairstyle. Sometimes I don't really look at my Sims from the back. I have no idea what they look like in the back. So she has like this hair clip in. But you know what? Let's say that she inherited that from her mother, and it's like one of the only things she took over to from Italy to here. So anyway, let's go inside because it's raining, and they'll just chat, maybe flirt a little bit. Why'd you get up? Sit down. And they'll just flirt a little bit and just kind of be like, hey, oh, he has a crush on her. Yes. Yes. Okay. Things are going excellent. Things are going so well. They're just really feeling flirty and they're feeling good. Oh, I'm so happy for them. And we are just going to continue on. They're exchanging addresses to write letters to each other. And then actually, I stopped being able to click on her. I think it's because she's leaving. So, oops. But anyway, then we'll head home as well because we don't need to be here if she's not here. Hello, Mr. Priest. Can I help you? Okay, so we are going to come over here, and then we are going to go home. And he's feeling good. He's like, wow, I went out today and I met a cutie, and I'm kind of feeling a certain way, and maybe I'll ask her to marry me, because he has to get married next year. When the war is over, which is actually going to be really interesting. We'll have to roll for all our soldiers in the next one, so that's really exciting, and I am really happy about it. But we also have to focus on, yeah, so new skill day. He got his new skill. Let's get everybody else doing a skill. We'll have Dorothea cook, and then we'll have the boys actually talk to each other and get their social up really quick, just because everyone's mental is so high, because that's the only thing we have to play with. I actually did download some new CC. I should put it in the world. And let me just write that down. I downloaded like one of those like playground, but like medieval, like nature's playground, I think it's called, CC. And anyway, so everybody's getting their skill up for a new skill day. Okay, we're all in a good position, and then tomorrow is Christmas, so we'll be exchanging presents. So let's just skip ahead to that. And like always, we are going to start the day with our chores, but also we're working on the club aspiration, which I kind of forgot a little bit about, but I just had them enter a gathering because um, we need to get 1,000 points, and then we're done. We're done with the aspiration as soon as he gets 1,000 points. So that is crazy. Although I think that there's some kind of glitch, because he's not leading the club that has 8 Sims. He's leading a club that has like 5, but he is in a club that has 8. I don't really know. But anyway, we did complete the aspiration just by doing our chores, because I made those club activities. And then we're just going to all exchange presents with each other, and that's where we're going to wrap it up. So I think that everything is going well. Nicole is settling into his position, and now that he's the patriarch of the family, it is still nice to have mom around for some time, because she can help us take care of our kids. And then we will be getting married in the next one. We'll be rolling for soldiers in the next one. So it is all going to be very exciting, and I am really looking forward to it, and I hope that you are too. So I will catch you in the next one.